Hello everybody, my name's Jitterbolt and today I'm here to talk to you about 10 channel point ideas that you can implement in your Twitch stream today. So the very first channel point idea that I would highly recommend that you implement is the "Hi, I'm new here" redeem. This will be crucial if you're a small streamer trying to reach out to your community. It also helps whoever wants to start a conversation with you but might be a bit too shy to come up with anything to say. Secondly, we have a random action. Now, for me, I don't care about what I'm doing on stream. I don't care if I'm acting like an idiot, as long as I have fun, right? And so the idea of this one is just, if somebody wants to see you do something, obviously keep it within the realm of reasoning. But if somebody wants to see you do a kick or jumping jacks or push-ups or whatever, they can just redeem this channel point and simply ask in chat or however you want to do it. Get creative. Next up, we have choose next game. Now, me personally, I don't have any problems choosing my next game, aside from the fact that I've got too many games and not enough time to play them at the moment. For you, however, it may be a bit different. This channel point idea can also help you kind of get an idea for what your niche might be if you want to niche down, because that does really help when you're trying to build on Twitch. If a certain viewer would like to see a certain game, they can redeem this channel point and chuck the game in chat. Next up, we've got change your room LEDs or the room colors. Now, me personally, you can see I've got some sorts of LEDs. At the moment, I've got them set to a very warm color, and they're not hung up at all anywhere. They're just dangling because I have no idea where to put them. But you might set them to different colors, maybe a color that you're vibing with at the moment. And if a viewer wants to change the mood a little, maybe change it to a bit of a pink rather than a red, they can redeem it and either ask you to change it if it's controllable by remote, or they can change it themselves. Or you could hook it up to StreamerBot, and, well, if you're familiar with StreamerBot, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not, I may do a video on the subject. Next up, we have a chug redeem. Now, I don't mean with any other drink, and if you want to do it with any other drink, that is your choice. That is completely your responsibility. I'm suggesting water, because we need to drink a lot of water as humans, and I don't know if a lot of people really do it enough. I know personally I don't, and so that's why I carry 2 cups with me every time I'm streaming. One for coffee, which probably dehydrates me, and one for water to hydrate me. Now, some of you may already have a hydrate channel point in your stream. That's great. You don't have to get rid of that. One's hydrate, so one's just sip, the other one's a chug. When people redeem it, you know what I mean. Next up, we have wear a fancy hat or wear a fancy costume. Me personally, I've got a bunch of different hats that I've borrowed that you might be able to see around the room. Got a cowboy hat, rice farmer hat, monokuma in the corner here. Got a lot of hats, and each one of those on my stream, because I stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On my stream, I have channel points for every one of those hats, that if somebody wants to see me wear one, they redeem it and I put it on. It's pretty simple. It's not hard to do unless you don't have hats, in which case go to your nearest budget store, pick up a hat. It doesn't have to be expensive. It's just gotta look funny. Next one is one that I've kindly borrowed because I just thought it was such a good idea, and that is a channel point redeem for 2 truths and 1 lie. You remember that little game that you used to play, or you probably still do play, when you're trying to get to know people? 2 truths, 1 lie. It says it in the name. It's a pretty fun game. All you do is tell 2 truths and 1 lie, and the chat has to identify which of the 3 is the lie. If they get it wrong, they lose. If they get it right, they win. Depending on what you do and what you can and can't do will depend on how you set it up. You can set points up with it if you want. You could set a giveaway up if you wanted to head in that direction, or you could just leave it as a fun little game. Next up is one that I would love to implement, but I am just so lazy, and instead doing everything else. I will get to it, trust me. And I may also make a video on it, we'll see. This one is move your camera. Now, You can set this up as a channel point redeem, yes. How you do it really depends on if you use OBS or not. OBS is called Open Broadcasting Software, and it's what I use personally. So if you use Streamlabs, I'm not sure if this would work for you. If you use OBS, you have a handy tool that you can make use of at any moment. It's called OBS Move, and it is a lifesaver for streamers. Trust me, if you're willing to spend like 3 days maybe to really just master OBS Move, you will be able to do wondrous things. For example, move your webcam. Now, you can set this up with StreamerBot so that when OBS detects the Twitch channel point redeem, it'll move your webcam. Moving my webcam. Why would people want to redeem a channel point where I move my webcam? Well, it depends. You might be covering something with your webcam if your camera is over the gameplay. You might want to move it a little. They might just want to do it for fun. You never know. It's a little bit of option, variety. It's choice. I think it's a great idea, and I'm sure a lot of people can come up with some amazing ideas with just that one implement. For number 9, we have webcam filter redeems. Now, I use a lot of filters on my stream, and so I have the ability to change the filters on my stream depending on what I want. Now, I can use that myself during events and whatever, but I can also give the ability to change my filters to my viewers. And the way I do this is, again, through streamer.bot, because a lot of what I do is through streamer.bot, but I can allow my viewers to scrunch up my face or move me around the screen or change it to a very fiery background. The world is your oyster, and you just have to be creative and come up with some amazing ideas. Finally, and last but not least, number 10 is one that I personally came up with, and I think is a brilliant idea. This beautiful idea was actually suggested originally by Nomad, a viewer on my Twitch stream who does YouTube videos and is also currently streaming. And that idea is an emote party. What he'd do is he'd come into my streams and summon whoever was viewing at the time to what he'd like to call an emote party. And essentially what that is he'd just drop a bunch of emotes in chat and everybody else would do the same. It was an amazing experience, and what I chose to do next with that idea that he was going to do that was make it an event that you can trigger through channel points. So what I ended up doing was I set up like a party screen for any time they wanted to do an emote party, so that it was really set in the theme, really vibey. And then I'd have music playing while the emote party's going on for a bit. I had a little countdown that'd start before the emote party began. It all looks beautiful. All of this you can do via OBS, purely in OBS. And again, you can use OBS Move to really spice things up if you want. Those are my 10 ideas, and I hope you really liked the last one. I thought I'd throw that in there and see what you guys think. I'm hoping a lot of you will use some of these. If I gave you any ideas, make sure to drop them down in the comments below, and I may do another video on this. If you have any original ideas, I'd love to hear them. Let me know down below. I'll catch you later.